Toledo constitutional law professor Rebecca Zitlow also staying up late. Professor Zitlow, so far the Trump lawsuits filed in states have been small scale for the most part, unsuccessful for the most part, and the president has vowed to take it to the Supreme Court. Tonight, the Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito did approve a GOP request, sort of. Can you explain what he granted?
Sure. This is a case that's been around for a little bit, for a few weeks now. And the question is whether the state can count the ballots that were received after Election Day and up until Friday. So it's these 3 days of votes that's at issue here. Because the validity of those ballots is in doubt, the Secretary of State ordered all the county officials to put them aside and keep them in a separate place. And the Supreme Court, Justice Alito's order today, simply confirms that, says that they need to be kept segregated, they need to be counted separately. But notably, Justice Alito did not tell the state that they could not count those ballots. He just ordered them to keep the tally separate from the rest.
Well, now, part of the problem with the president's lawsuit so far is that his claims of election fraud are unsubstantiated. Now, if his lawyers have proof they're not showing it, what kinds of things would they have to show to get a judge to consider any of these lawsuits?
Well, they would have to show significant evidence of fraud, or any evidence of fraud. They really haven't brought any to any court yet. Or they would have to show some evidence of election officials engaging in improper behavior. So far, they have not been able to do that. They're continuing to try to investigate and see if they can find any examples. They're really kind of throwing spaghetti against the wall and hoping something will stick with some of these claims, but they don't even really have any claims, and at least they have not made them to the courts.
But could all these lawsuits be death by 1,000 cuts, and could that tactic work, perhaps at least to continue to fire up the president's base?
Well, I think it is working to keep at least some people fired up. I mean, you see, for example, the folks outside the counting stations in Maricopa County in Arizona are pretty fired up. Also in Pennsylvania, we had folks on both sides in Philadelphia. But in terms of a strategy to win the election, it doesn't seem like there's any chance of that being successful.
Okay, Professor Rebecca Zitlow, Dr. Melissa Miller, thank you guys always for staying up late, being with us, and helping us understand things a little bit better.
Thanks again.